Win there against India.
Yeah, good win. We're starting to play some good cricket. We've kept the same side, and obviously we're looking for a good total here, around 250 or perhaps even more, but we'll wait and see. We're playing good cricket at the moment.
And how's the back?
My back's okay. That's probably the best part of my body at the moment, but yeah, I'm feeling okay, and the team's ready to go. We're looking forward to this occasion.
Thanks very much, Steve. So the news from the middle, Alistair Campbell, the Zimbabwe captain, has won the toss, and he's decided to have a bowl first.
Oh, and a bouncer straight away, and no ball called. Well, that's an aggressive start to proceedings.
I think Neil Johnson just testing this pitch to see exactly what's in it. So I'm looking down at his foot when he went back. I don't think he slipped. It didn't seem as that anyway.
It's just 2 slips, that's all. The rest of them saving 1. A little bit of bounce there too. That one bouncing and carrying beautifully through to the wicketkeeper there, and Johnson actually encroaching upon the pitch as he followed through there. Just watch his follow through straight down the pitch. Umpire Coutson just wandering down and having a little look at it.
Waiting.
And that one straight to backward point. Yes, that's more like him. Yes, he plays shots all round the wicket. A shot like that one, for example, he's very good at the cut shot. He also drives the ball down the ground beautifully. Oh, that's close. Perhaps it pitched outside leg stump. Just a single from the over, 4 for none.
Now that's a close call. That's a very close call. Not too sure why that wasn't given. It pitched in line, as you can see there, and it would have hit leg. All grounds.
Well played. Gilchrist got that one away on the onside. It's going up the hill and it'll probably make the boundary. Well, that's the first boundary of the Australian innings so far. Very nicely played. It was all the way along the ground, up the hill, and just made the fence.
Very good shot. Bit of swing there for Neil Johnson, but just slightly offline, just drifting into the pads of Gilchrist. Beautifully timed. It's going uphill there, but so is the chaser. Feel not quite making it.
Oh, and big appeal there for LBW, and he's got him. He's given out LBW. The Zimbabweans have struck through Johnson. That one looked as if it may have just held itself a little bit up the hill. And that is the end of Gilchrist. Out LBW.
Well, it was a full toss. It swung back into Gilchrist. I just get the impression that I heard 2 sounds, as if there was an inside edge involved here. Maybe not. And if there is no inside edge, I think that's pretty much out. It was full. Hit him in line with mid-stump, swinging in. Perhaps would have hit leg stump. It's 18 for 1.
Just have a look at this from stump camera. It straightens down the line, and well, there we are. It looks as if it's probably have hit middle and leg. No doubt about the decision. They hit him on the full as well. Umpires very often get quite excited when the ball hits either the foot or the pad on the full. But the important thing about that one was from over the wicket, it swung straightened down the line.
I don't think there was any doubt about that at all. Not quite the start that Australia would have liked. Just about 3 runs per over and a wicket down.
Almost. Well, Johnny Rhodes has taken one in the tournament like that. Grant Flower did extremely well, actually, to get a hand on it in the first place and almost caught it on the rebound.
This is a fairly wide delivery. Mark Waugh stretches to play the cut shot, and a very good effort by Grant Flower. Almost gets the rebound. That would have been a huge wicket.
Oh, brilliant placement from Ricky Ponting. Just wide of first slip. And that's 4. Whittle getting a thumb on it. not able to keep it away from the rope. Just on the pads a bit too much at the moment, Neil Johnson, and he's paying for it.
Another excellent shot from Ricky Ponting. Ball not swinging, staying on the line of the pads. Ricky Ponting again off the back foot. Brilliant timing and using the slope of the ground. Running away to the boundary rope.
Oh, brilliant shot again. Not sure that even Henry Alonga can stop this one. 23 off the last 2 overs as Australia pick up the pace and bring up the 50. That'll be 4. So very good over for Australia. Brings up the 50 partnership, 69 for 1.
Got him! That's the wicket they needed. Alonga getting Ponting to drag it on. That's 2 for 74. That's the wicket Zimbabwe badly needed, Tony Greig.
Yes, he's full of the joys of life, is he, Henry Alonga. A good delivery, actually. Just a little bit more bounce there outside that off stump. And Ponting, I think, was trying to force it through on the offside. A little bit of an angled bat and a deflection. Just watch this, the deflection off the inside edge. Slightly angled bat, back onto middle stump. Big wicket that for Zimbabwe, and it's written all over the face of Henry Alonga. So, the second wicket has fallen, and Australia now 74 for 2.
Australia 2 for 74. 56-run partnership of just 50 deliveries. Alonga knocks over Ponting. That's a big wicket.
Certainly was. This is another angle of it. Just watch this delivery, just short of a length. Angled bat there off the pad and then back onto middle stump, and that's well, it's not a very good sight for Ricky Ponting. Once again, he got himself in, and he was set really for a decent score, and once again out, well, for not enough, I suppose is the best way to describe it. He keeps getting 30s and 40s, in fact 2 20s as well, and unfortunately that was the end of him just when he was beginning to look dangerous on 36 off 35 balls, mind you, so he got on with it.
Yes, he's done the job in the first 15 overs. 14.1 overs, 2 for 74. See the ball onto the pad, back onto the stumps. Alistair Campbell's had a strange method here today. He won the toss, elected to bowl, and then he had the one slip and a gully in. And I think really he needs to attack. New batsman at the crease, Darren Weeman, had a nervous series. One good score, 76 against New Zealand at Cardiff, but otherwise he struggled. And still just the one slip in at the moment. Now he's bringing in the second slip. It's 2 for 74. That could be 4 more. That's beautifully played. Alonga all over the ship at the moment, despite the wicket of Ponting. Superb onside deflection.
He's got a wicket that may well be worthwhile pulling him out of the attack now and bringing him back a little later on. There's 2 things you don't do to this man. Firstly, you don't bowl short outside off stump, and then you don't pitch it up on leg stump. So in 2 balls, he's done the 2 things that Mark Waugh likes more than anything else.
Whoops, chance. Yes, got the glove to it. You have to catch those when Mark Waugh edges. That's the wicket they needed. That was a poor miss.
Or you need a slip in there to help you out. I mean, you get a nick like this off Australia's best batsman, or certainly one of them. You want it caught, and if you got no slip, well, you're not going to get him caught, and that would have been a pretty orthodox catch to slip. Good delivery.
Just open the face. There goes the edge. There goes the glove. A little bit of bounce. The over bowled. It's 2 for 97.
So while we're waiting for him, it might just be worthwhile noting that only 4 batsmen in the history of Australian one-day international cricket have in fact scored more than 6,000 runs. Lehman clearly has a little bit of a problem there. Just judging by the way he was holding his hand, it looked as if he may have just split a little bit of webbing there, or that's Errol Olcott, or is it perhaps he's just perhaps look, I tell you what, Errol Olcott is really worried about this. He's just pushed the top of his hand there, And I think that he really did wince. I think he perhaps is in a spot of bother here. As Lehman really is struggling. He's obviously broken the skin, and it's just, oh yes, that's nasty. Just watch this. This is the bottom hand, and it's the forefinger. Just watch the ball crunch into the forefinger here. Bang. Very often with old gloves, that bottom hand forefinger tends to open up a little bit, and it leaves a bit of a gap there. Just watch this. See if we can pick it up here. Right there, whack, and that was a nasty one. You see, he's got a little bit of extra padding on the forefinger. Well, it looks as if he's in serious trouble. I think he's opened that right up. It's just below the knuckle on the forefinger.
So the War brothers at the crease. Australians well placed. The run rate is 5.7, which is excellent. But you don't want to lose two quick wickets here.
No, you certainly don't, especially if Lehman's in serious trouble. Well, now Steve Waugh at the crease, and just getting back to all those runs that have been scored by Australians over the years, he is one of the 4 Australians to have scored over 6,000 runs in one-day internationals.
A bit of confusion between the two men at backward square leg, one pointing to the other, and it goes for 4. 6 boundaries for Mark Waugh.
Yes, he's picking up a fair few from Alonga, isn't he? And this is where he mustn't bowl again. He's offline. This time, instead of being full, it's just short of a length, and oh, he loves them there. And doesn't he play that shot elegantly?
.54 Mark Waugh.
Tend to look for the ball to turn most occasions after that.
It's the sweep shot that he's been playing with great success against the off-spinners. Just cleared the rope. And just short of the rope. Breaks a sequence of singles for Mark Waugh.
Usually a very productive shot against the spinners, especially the off spinner, the sweep. And a long way in the air, but that man at backward square was much too far behind the square to have a chance of catching that.
It's gone for it, and it's bounced over the rope. Gave the charge. Hit against the spin, but hit it as clean as a whistle.
Well, he wasn't quite to the pitch of the ball, Mark Waugh. And then decided, well, he's going to go through with the shot regardless.
Sweeps safely. 4 more. And a good start for Flower.
It'll be dangerous bowling that line as well. Probably just a bit of a loosener, just dragging the ball outside the leg stump. Stephen Waugh, a strong sweeper. Keeps his head, he's in for a big score.
Well, it's almost a slog, but it could get 4. It does, hits the rope. Gave the charge, got plenty of bat on it. It's 2 for 192. Stephen Waugh safely over mid-wicket. Dive, but no luck, 4 more.
Wait.
Steve Waugh goes to 49. Australia's only conceded 3 boundaries. Compared with the other bowlers, that's a pretty good effort. It's 200 for 2 at Lords. What a position for the Australians and Stephen Waugh. Safe, glorious. The over bowled. Australians on fire. 11 from the over, 204. It's 50 for Stephen Waugh. Almost a run a ball. Tough innings after Lehman was injured. They've been sharing the strike. It's been a wonderful partnership. It's gone all the way. Just bounced inside the rope. That'll be a photo finish. The umpire not sure. I just think it maybe just fell in. That's a replay.
I'm backing 4. Caught it towards the bottom of the bat, Stephen Waugh. Not far from the fielder. Oh, and it's going to be a hard one to call.
That'll be 4, I think, just hit the rope. I'll find third umpire David Orchard will call that 4. He does. It's gone again. This is a big one. Over the head of mid-wicket, and Stephen Waugh hitting that right back. Superb batting. Excellent timing on that occasion.
Well, the slog sweep is certainly paying dividends. Flowers just bowling in tight to these two players, and Stephen Waugh's deciding all the short square boundaries. He doesn't even bother looking where that's gone. He knows that's out of here.
Well, that's well played. Lovely cover drive on the up and through the offside field for 4. Well, there haven't been many better cover drives than that one today. Beautiful shot. Oh, he's bowled him. He's clean bowled him. He's tried to hit that one down to square leg again. Steve Waugh has had a bit of success peppering that boundary down there in front of the Tavern scoreboard. He's gone for another one of those big hits, and he's missed it completely and has been out bowled. 62 of 61. It's turned out to be a good knock.
A very good knock. What Guy Whittle has ended it, and that is a good blow for Zimbabwe. I was just saying that they needed to take wickets if they were going to retard the progress of this Australian team. It's 226 for 3.
Well, the partnership between the Waugh brothers has been brought to an end. They put on 129 and 134 balls, and this is the wicket. Steve Waugh out bowled.
Guy Whittle using the basic principle of bowling straight. If the batsman misses, he hits. And that's exactly what happened. That is the way I've got to bowl. You cannot afford batsmen to be having free hits, looking to hit you out of the ground, and they miss the ball and they're still there to try it again. When they miss, you have got to hit, and they watch from the pavilion after that.
That's brought a smile to his face. So 38.5 overs bowled, almost 39 complete now, and Bevan arrives at the crease. What a bad bloke to have coming in this situation. Wonderful record in one-day internationals. And straight away whips that one away nicely on the onside for a single, so he didn't take long to get off the mark. And that takes the score to 227. 39 overs now completed. Not that time. That's his century. That's very well played, Mark Waugh. That's his 12th one-day international century. And listen to the applause here. They've enjoyed every second of it. The only man ever to score 4 centuries in the World Cup. Oh, there it goes. That's in the air. This could be out. He's going to be taken down at square leg. Yes, he is. Well, that's the first loosey shot he's played. And Goodwin down there at deep square leg takes the catch, and that's the end of a very good innings from Mark Waugh. He's played almost every shot in the book. It's been elegant, and it's been effective.
And it's been very valuable as well for Australia. Coming good, Mark Waugh, getting 3 figures, and then being dismissed. Pretty simple catch this for Murray Goodwin. What a very, very good knock. Excellent knock. Australia needed that at the top of the innings, having been inserted, and he has given them what they wanted.
This is the shot again, just flicked away on the onside in the air. And as Michael Holding pointed out, pretty straightforward catch. At international level, they shouldn't get dropped. They do every now and again. So Tom Moody now has arrived at the crease, and he's on strike. That's well bowled, right up in the block hole, and he's off the mark. He's actually done pretty well, Tom Moody.
4 for 262. Moody on strike. It's gone for a big hit. That's the biggest of the day. That's a ripper. Way back down, straight hit. The third six of the morning so far. Great strike.
Well, that's Tom Moody's specialty, hitting straight. Andy Whittle, I think, trying to get it in the block hole, but he finished just a little short of his target. Tom Moody didn't finish up short of his target. In fact, he was way over the ropes. Plenty of leverage there, and he enjoyed it. Watched it all the way, just like a golfer when he hits an iron next to the flag.
Well played. Beautifully played.
This is Michael Bevan's habit. He has the ability to find the boundaries just when the team needs them. I've seen him finish off a couple of games, one against the West Indies where he hit a boundary off the last ball. This is one of his favourite spots, wide of mid-wicket, mid-on in that area. Hits a lot of boundaries there.
It's well bowled. He's quick, Michael Bevan, isn't he? Did well there. Desperate to get back.
Heath Streak threatened to throw the stumps down there. Michael Bevan thought that he'd got the ball past him. He was taking off for the run. And it involved a dive. So Heath Streak probably achieved what he was after.
Oh, that's beautiful. One bounce. Very little effort. Just whipped that coming around the wicket over. Wideish mid-on position. Superb stroke.
This is one of his favourite spots, wide of mid-on. Seen him hit a lot of balls there. He timed that one beautifully. He's been called the finisher, Michael Bevan. He's had, he's got a few challenges for his title at the moment. Lance Klusener's probably got to be the champion in this tournament. Mohan Khan also is pretty good.
Tom Moody, comes the call. Here comes Big Tom, putting in the big ones. He's safely home. So very good batting performance by the Australians. 4 for 303 after 50 overs.
Excellent running again from Tom Moody. Throw was good. The fielding in the outfield, the fielder was quick to get there. Heath Streak wasn't able to get it back on the stumps. Paul Strang making a good throw. Glenn McGrath, who'll get his turn shortly on a pitch where he's had some success in the past. The Australians, thanks to a century from Mark Waugh, which makes him the highest run getter for Australia, and also he's now got more centuries in World Cup cricket than any other batsman with 4. Terrific knock from Mark Waugh.
Ideal conditions. Australian batsmen run very well between the wickets. Gilchrist and Mark Waugh, they set it up. I think the Zimbabwe fieldsmen were excellent. They didn't wilt under pressure, but the Australian batting superb. 4 for 303 after 50 overs, 28 extras. All-round good batting performance, and a very good 62 off 61 by the skipper, Stephen Waugh in the middle. Bevan 37 and Moody 20, the not-out batsman. Well, if you're going to chase 304, I think you'd pick these conditions, Ian. It's ideal. The outfield's fast, the short boundaries, and it's a good seeing day.
Yes, it's certainly a good pitch. The ball's coming on very nicely. And, as I say, I think the Zimbabweans are going to need some help from the Australian bowlers if they were to get there to get this target. I think there's going to have to be some ordinary bowling, and really the Australians don't often do that. Henry Alonga was very expensive early, and also there were quite a few extras there for Australia, 13 wides and 9 no balls. That's the sort of thing you don't expect that sort of help from Australia.
No, I suppose McGrath will be the key. He takes a new ball with Damien Fleming, but all in all a disappointing bowling performance by...
Well, this is the first ball of the Zimbabwe innings. Bang on target there, McGrath, with his first delivery. Well, it will also be interesting to see the Aussies in the field, yeah, because like the Zimbabwe outfit, they're very good. You've got to be very careful if you're batting against Australia. You've got to be careful of Ponting on the offside more often than not. He has this ability when he picks it up to throw the stumps down at either of the ends. So he's very dangerous. Right up there with Jonty Rhodes in terms of his ability to field. Probably hits the stumps more often than anybody with his throws. Oh, and that beats the outside edge. So straight away, McGrath. He took 2 balls to beat the bat.
See Damien Martin on the field for Darren Lehman, who's hurt his finger batting. He's got a couple of stitches in a nasty wound on that finger, index finger.
It's well played into the gap at cover, and that'll go up the hill for Paul. Well, Ron Flower getting stuck into that one. Only slightly over-pitched it was, but a nice cover drive.
Well, that's a good shot for the confidence. Foot to the pitch of the ball, and just smashing it through the covers. Exactly the start they want.
Oh, good shot, beautifully played. Well, that's as good a straight drive as we've seen today. Will it get up that little bit of... it's got to creep up that wall. there's a little bit of a rise down at the bottom there, and I think it's obviously gone up to the top. Lovely straight drive.
Well, a very good comeback from Neil Johnson. Classic straight drive. Doesn't try and overplay the shot. Just meets it with a full swing of the bat.
Oh, well, I suppose in the circumstances you'd expect a few close calls, because the Zimbabweans aren't holding back at all here. The ball's swinging and moving around at the moment. This was also very close. An inch.
That graphic there indicates the... oh, that's got to be pretty close. Yes, the slow rising finger from umpire Kurtzen. Once you see it start to come, you might as well start walking if you're the batsman.
There's nothing that's going to stop it from continuing that forward movement. I think Grant Flower might feel a bit disappointed because that ball didn't really bounce a great deal, kept a bit low. Came back a long way though. I think he certainly expected that ball to bounce a lot more than it bounced, but it came back a long way and he was plumb in front. Absolutely nothing wrong with that decision at all. It's 39 for 1.
Well, this will be an interesting little confrontation. Murray Goodwin has played a bit of Shield cricket for WA. He was at the academy with Glenn McGrath back in, I think, about 91, 92, somewhere around there. Now he comes out to face Glenn McGrath in an international, playing for Zimbabwe. And be a bit of pride at stake here. Either one will want to lose this battle. Glenn McGrath getting the first breakthrough for Australia. Grant Flower, LBW for 21. Neil Johnson, a very dangerous player. Hasn't really settled down yet. 16 from 29. He's played and missed a few times. But he has a good stroke range, and he's a dangerous player. Well, that's a good shot from Neil Johnson. There's a wide long on, and he won't get there. Damien Fleming.
I think we are in for a very interesting period of play here. Steve Waugh realizes that Zimbabwe have to get a move on. It's a lot of runs that they have got to make, and he saw the intentions of the openers earlier on, and yet he has brought Shane Warne into bowl with only 2 men outside the circle.
Shouts of catch, but he's got it just wide of the skipper. And that's 2 boundaries in succession for Neil Johnson. He's prepared to gamble a bit, Johnson. He'll take a few risks.
I think this is a matter of Steve Waugh saying, well, you want to attack, I'm going to give you my top-class spinner. And let's see how well you go. Only Johnson has decided that he's not going for backing down. He's going for it.
Well, that's 4 more. That's good batting.
Just what the doctor ordered. Very positive batting from Neil Johnson. And that was another very good shot.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous from Ricky Ponting, and the crowd don't like it either. And I'd be, tell you what, if I was the batsman, I'd be having a few words to say.
And apparently no apology coming either.
That's 4 more. That's the answer from the batsman. That's good batting from Neil Johnson. The 50 up for Zimbabwe as they move to 55 for 1. He's a good cutter, Murray Goodwin. Played a lot of his cricket in Perth, and he likes the horizontal bat shots.
Came right down on top of the ball. No chance of that going in the air.
Oh, good shot from Murray Goodwin, using his feet well. They realise it's a good pitch. Zimbabwe on the move at 76 for 1.
This is looking interesting. Very good shot. Used his feet, got very close to the pitch of that ball and just played right through the line.
That's a good shot. Cover, get it, good save, knocks it down. Just a single, that's Bevan. Brilliant work.
Yes, Michael Bevan, as fast as they come, he'll get to them if anyone can. That's a good shot, very well played into the gap, and that's racing away into the fence for 4. Well, he's playing his cut shot beautifully.
Red and white pyjamas. Went back to a good one. There's a beautiful square cut. I'll tell you what, that's the only war they're winning at the moment, England, is the pyjamas. The cricket's pretty ordinary, I can tell you that. This is a great shot. Pull shot, he gets away with it over mid-on. This is wonderful cricket by Zimbabwe. That's 4 more on rifle. Dropping short, been punished. 9 off the over. It's a buzz here, Lords. It's 1 for 86. Oh, it could be another one. Beats mid off. That's McGrath. It's going down the hill. He won't make it, I don't think. He's trying hard. That's well played.
That's a beautiful shot. It was perfectly placed. Glenn McGrath thought he may have a chance.
If he gets some bats, that it's 50. We'll wait for the call. Yes, that's 50. That's well played. At the end of the over, Johnson moves to 50. It's 1 for 105. Oh, he's gone for it. What a great shot. Just when something was needed, Johnson has delivered. Beautiful stroke.
Yes, they're timing it well, aren't they? They get bogged down and you just begin to think that things are going to swing back in favour of Australia, and they unleash a shot like this one, a good one.
That's into the gap too. Fleming dives and does well. They scamper back for 2. This is what they need off a Moody over. Just break the shackles slightly. It's gone. That's 6. That's a big one. That's up into the first tier. Oh, what a hit. What a chase by Zimbabwe after 22. It's 122 for 1.
Yes, there's that shot again, beautifully played, a magnificent shot right off the meat of the bat, and well, it went back quite a long way.
And that's another 4. He's driving very well. Well swept, very, very fine. That's another boundary. That's the 100 partnership. 86 balls it took. Minutes don't really matter that much, but just over an hour, 62 minutes. Short ball pulled. And that's another boundary.
He's a very good player of the horizontal bat shots, Murray Goodwin. We've seen him earlier on cutting well, on this occasion pulling well. And a lot of that would be to do with his time in Perth. Played a lot of club cricket in Perth and then played Shield cricket for WA. And it's a good grounding for the horizontal bat shots.
That's the 150. Leg by on this occasion.
Well, so far this pair from Zimbabwe have kept their head extremely well. There's been no signs of panic in their batting. They've been the shot selection has been good.
Very good delivery. Almost got through. Like that, that's a chance. And he's out. Tom Moody, the man out there in the mid-wicket region. And a very comfortable catch. Michael Bevan, the wicket taker.
It certainly was angling across Goodwin, caught the top edge. Moody was calm and judged it well. So a big breakthrough there for Australia. Murray Goodwin is gone, and it's 153 for 2.
Very big hands, that man, Tom Moody. Once the ball goes in, it disappears. Where is it?
That's got him. That's out. Yes, that's the one they needed. Flowers gone for a duck. Rifle strikes from the nursery end. It's 3 for 154.
Well, against the flow, as far as Paul Rifle is concerned, big wicket for the Australians. Very good delivery. Just the slightest edge.
Alistair Campbell, the Zimbabwe skipper, so 2 left-handers at the crease. And that'll suit Paul Rifle. He does enjoy normally bowling to left-handers. Johnson's first scoring shot from 10 deliveries, but what a ripper it was just a fraction short. He was onto the back foot and he hit that right off the mid of the bat. Charge and safe. Oh, what a good shot. That's the skipper, Campbell. Charge rifle, cleared mid-off. Wonderful cricket.
Knocking himself in, advancing down the wicket and hitting it right out of the middle of the bat. Mid-off's up. And that's gone all the way to the fence. That's a good shot. Good counter-attacking.
He's got that fine legs fairly square. That's Fleming. He doesn't get it. This is a very good over for Zimbabwe. That was well played. Rifle, after picking up a wicket, comes in for some punishment. He's got that square. I don't think Moody will get it. That's another 4 for Johnson. He moves into the 80s. And the crowd loving this run chase. It's not easy to come out after you've been hammered for 50 overs or 303 to come out with all guns blazing.
Well, again, Michael Bevan just dropping short. And Neil Johnson's so strong in that area.
In the air, this should be out. Well, it's going to fall in and they come. That's safe. Leading edge. Rifle can't believe it. Catch was a cry. It fell in. Damien Martin, the substitute fieldsman.
Well, the cricketing gods are smiling on Neil Johnson today. Trying to whip this on the onside. Catches the leading edge. But such is the field placing that it's going to fall, always going to fall safely.
That's through. They may look for two. It's wide of McGrath. He's got a good arm. It's well stopped. Well stopped. Mark Waugh, brilliant at cover. That would have been very close to a boundary. He's got that. Fleming. Yes. Well caught. Caught it low. Rifle picks up probably a soft dismissal, but a very, very good catch. Damien Fleming caught it low, caught it easily.
Excellent catch and a big wicket for the Australians. That, in fact, is Alistair Campbell. Got a wideish ball outside the leg stump, just flicks it to the onside, hits it hard and well. But Damien Fleming takes a very good catch down there at fine leg, and the Australians will consider themselves very lucky to get that wicket. Alistair Campbell, he's on his way for 17, 188 for 4.
Guy Whittle, what a time to come in at 4 for 188. Poor Rifle picking up wickets from the nursery end. Out! Straight to mid-off. Guy Whittle went the charge. He hit it straight down the throat of the best catcher on the side. Mark Waugh, and Rifle strikes again. That was a strange shot from a new batsman.
Poor Rifle strikes again. Reasonably well struck, but not on the gap. Into the safe hands of Mark Waugh at mid-off. So that's the end of Guy Whittle. He didn't make any. 189 for 5.
2 wickets for Paul Rifle as Michael Holding and Tony Gregg take up the commentary.
That brings up the 200, but no boundaries for 6 overs now. That gives you some idea of their strategy. They've decided to try and get themselves a little closer before they launch themselves again. When he's asked the question, seriously asked the question, the umpire, in fact, is wanting a replay of that one. Gilchrist is very, very confident, and the batsman is walking. Well, it looks as if Falloon has conceded the fact that his foot wasn't in the crease. Didn't really seem that confident appeal initially.
Well, this will certainly let us know exactly what the situation is. He might have dragged it out of the crease. He certainly has. Has he got it back before the bails come off? It seems as if he is on the line. He's not absolutely sure what the situation here is. He did push that left leg back, but how far did it go back? The bail's not off yet. Pretty difficult to understand how he could be given out on the evidence produced. But I think he pretty much called his own tune there when he started to walk. It's 200 for 6.
One we should have got a little while ago. Obviously they've had some problems in the truck. I think he's just short there. There's no doubt about that. Yes, that's the one they were looking for. They eventually found it. And you can see they're clearly out.
Found it after the decision was made. Just a touch late.
Oh, and that one just missing the stumps there, and
I have a feeling this would have been out. Steve Waugh is a fielder. Would have been very close.
There it is. That's a wonderful 100. Oh, good straight hit. 2 bounces over the rope. Hit that as clean as a whistle.
And some of the other Zimbabwean batsmen could learn a lot from him. He does hit pretty straight.
Struck that. It's Moody at mid-wicket. He's coming back for the second. He's got to be gone. Oh, he's dropped the ball. He was staggering, Johnson. He was like a horse without a jockey, staggering all over the course. McGrath dropped the ball. That's well struck. That's straight. Ian Chappell said before, he hit straight. Superb stroke, tired or not.
Because that's where he's really dangerous. Straight down the ground.
53 after 28 overs, so the Australians have picked them back well. This time he's gone thump to backward point. That's 4 more. That was a poised delivery. And what an innings. He's been out there all day in warm conditions, fielded well, bowled well, picked up 2 wickets. Now he's fighting to the end. It's well played. It's into the gap. Third man coming around. He'll come back for 2. Oh, he's hit it again straight with this Moody at long off. He's going to come back for the second. He's tired, but he's trying his heart out. He's on 120, Johnson. He scored 13 with 11 singles. A rare dot ball for Johnson. It was short enough to pull as well.
Yes, that's not an easy shot to play when the legs have stopped working a bit and he's got tired.
Hit that, there's a man down there, it's going over his head. That's 6, that's a wonderful strike over Martin's head at long off. What an innings. What a timer of the ball.
Well, I don't know where he's getting the strength from. That, I guess, is, as Bill said, a result of marvellous timing. Damien Martin, I think at one stage, thought he had a chance of catching it. He was just starting to come in a little bit. Then he realised how well it was hit.
This time he's gone out to mid-wicket. Only get a single, he's exhausted. It's just a pity there wasn't a hitter with him at the end, because this would have been very, very close. Just run out of hitting partners. I think he's broken his bat as well. Six for 250 after 48. He gets one off the last delivery. So after 50 overs, 6 for 259, 44 runs short of Australia's 303, but it's been a wonderful game of cricket here at Lord's. Australia pick up the 2 points, people running onto the ground. A very good win by the Australians, but in the middle of this match they were challenged. They fought back well in the final overs and deserved the 2 points.
That was the Australian card which produced the 303 from 50 overs. Mark Waugh starred. He got good assistance from his brother Stephen. 62 from 61 deliveries. They put on 129 from 134 balls. And Zimbabwe, their response built around the innings of Neil Johnson. Terrific partnership between Johnson and Murray Goodwin. They were playing very sensibly and very well. At one stage they were 153 for 1 from 28 overs. But at that point Murray Goodwin got out and there just wasn't enough support for Neil Johnson from there.
Alistair, it's a terrific game. Yeah, great game. Obviously a very good wicket here. Superb venue, and you know, the Aussies got 300. It's always a tough score to chase no matter who you play against, and we looked good at one stage, but then fell away a bit and only ended up about 40 runs shy. So yeah, good game in the end.
But you did look good. That must be really rather annoying for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we're up there with it, obviously, but you know, the pressure tells in the last 15 overs in any one-day game, and we lost wickets at crucial stages, in a cluster actually, and you know, that paid, you know, sort of saw off our run chase.
Now, Friday is a big game for you, isn't it, with Pakistan now?
Yeah, it's obviously a big game for us. You know, it'd be nice to obviously win that game, get 2 points, and that would guarantee our place in the semi-final. But they're a tough side, and we're going to have to be on the top of our game if we're going to compete.
Okay, bad luck today, but we'll see you on Friday. Alistair Campbell of Zimbabwe. And now the winning captain today is Steve Waugh of Australia, whose smile is getting bigger every time I see you, Steve.
Yeah, we're certainly playing well. That's 4 in a row, mate, and our batting was excellent today. Bowling, we could have been better the first 20-odd overs, but it was a good comeback. I thought all round it was a good effort.
And the young'un played all right?
Yeah, he did. It was a great knock. Our batting's been very good the last few games, and we've got our confidence up, and it augurs well for the next couple of games.
Do you have any worries about your bowling, though? It's a little bit exposed there, perhaps midway through the Zimbabwe innings?
Oh, not really. I mean, you can't play great cricket all the time. I thought our first 10 overs were good, next 15 were poor, and then we come back well. I mean, that was a fantastic wicket. It was at least a 250 track.
And how about Sunday for you, South Africa? It's a real showdown.
Yeah, we're looking forward to playing South Africa. We enjoy playing their brand, the way they play cricket. It's going to be a tough game, and we look forward to those sort of matches.
Okay, Steve, well played today. Congratulations. And we'll see you on Sunday. Steve Orr from Australia. Now, throughout the World Cup, there is a Daewoo man of the match. And I'm delighted to announce that today's winner, we're hoping will hobble his way through for his terrific innings. A solo effort, really. 132 not out. Today's Daewoo man of the match is Neil Johnson. He might need some help to come through here. It's a terrific innings. The first Zimbabwean to score a century at Lord's. A medallion and magnum of champers from Tony Lewis, the president of MCC. First Zimbabwean to score a century at Lord's. How's that?
That's good. I'm pretty happy about that. But, I'd like to get this when we win a game, and we didn't win today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you raised your bat, you knew that. Was that rather disappointing for you?
I raised my bat when I had 100. I thought I was still going to win it, but I ran out of it.
How does it feel to score 100 here in this sort of situation?
Well, with all the support here from Zimbabwe, it's fantastic. And at Lord's, it is magnificent. But like I said, to lose a game, not so nice.
Now, how are you? You seem rather stricken down there towards the end. Are you going to be fit for Friday?
No, I'll be fit for Friday. I'm an old man now, so I'll be fit for Friday.
What is it that's the problem?
Bit of knee, groin, ankle, back, everything, yeah.
I know the feeling. Go and get patched up. Neil Johnson, well played today. The man of the match, Neil Johnson. And thank you all for coming, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed your day at Lord's, and do travel home safely.